Good morning, students. Today we are discuss about network media. Before that, we are discuss previous classes the uses of network and personal communications, data backup, and also discuss the network types, common types of networks, that is local area network, LANs, wide area networks, WANs, and hybrid networks. In a hybrid networks, we discuss the campus area networks, CANs, and metropolitan area networks, MANs, etc. And internets, extranets, and also different networks like server based networks, client or server networks, and also discuss the topology. What is a topology? What is a protocol? And discuss about different types of topologies like bus topology, ring topology, mesh topology, etc. Now we discuss the network media. What is a network media? Media refers to the means used to link a network's node together. Media refers to the means used to link a network's nodes together, that is called media. There are many different types of transmission media, the most popular being twisted pair wire, that is normal electrical wire, or coaxial cable, the type of cable used for cable television, that is coaxial cable, and fiber optic cable, that is cables made out of glass. Cables made out of glass, that is fiber optic cable. These are the different cables: twisted pair wire and coaxial cable and fiber optic cables. These are the cables. In wireless networks, the atmosphere itself acts the medium because it carries the wireless signals that nodes and servers use to communicate. The following sections examine wire based and wireless media, etc. First, we discuss the wire based media. Twisted pair cable normally consists of four pairs of wires in twisted pair cable. The individual pairs have two wires that are separately in plastic, then twisted around each other, the bound together in a layer of plastic. Our sorry, our telephone systems uses this type of wiring, usually containing only two or three pairs of most part, except for the plastic coating. Nothing shields this type of wire from outside interference. So it is also called unshielded twisted pair UTP wire. Some twisted pair wire is encased in metal sheet and therefore is called shielded twisted pair STP wire. Twisted pair wire was once considered a low bandwidth medium. Have low bandwidth medium, but networks based on twisted pair wires now support transmission speeds up 1 gigabyte per second. Like cabling, like the cabling used in cable television systems, that is coaxial cable. We see in figure, a coaxial cable has two conductors. One is signal wire in the center of the cable, and other is a wire mesh shield that surrounds the fast wire. The first wire with an insulator between, because it supports transmission speeds up 10 megabytes per second. A coaxial cable can carry more data than older types of twisted pair wiring. However, it is also more expensive and become less popular when twisted pair technology improved. A fiber optic cable. A fiber optic cable is the thin strand of glass that transmits pulsing beams of light rather than electric current. Fiber optic cable can carry data at more than 1 billion bits per second because of improvement in transmission hardware. However, fiber optic transmission speeds now approach 100 gigabytes per second. Fiber optic cable is immune to the electromagnetic interface that is a problem for copper wire. Fiber optic cable not only extremely fast and can carry an n number of messages simultaneously, but it is very secure transmission media, that is fiber optic cable. Here the difference is coaxial cable twisted pair cable have speed is 1 gigabyte per second, and coaxial cable 10 megabytes per second, and fabric optic cable have speed is 100 gigabytes per second. This fiber optic cable is more secure than coaxial cable and twisted pair cable. Next we discuss about wireless media. What is a wireless media? Wireless networks use radio or infrared signals that travel through the air called ether for transmitting data. Once again I repeat, wireless networks use radio or infrared signals that travel through the air called ether for transmitting data. Office LANs can be use radio signals to transmit data between nodes in a building. Laptops equipped with cellular modems allow user to connect to the office network when they travel. Corporate vans often use microwave transmission to connect LANs within the same metropolitan area. Vans that cover long distance often use satellites and microwave communication. Next, network hardware. As data moves between PCs, it needs to be channeled properly to reach its final destination. To make this possible, the proper hardware must be attached to and between all PCs. That is network hardware, network interface cards, NICs. Regardless of the wiring and topology used, each computer on the network needs a hardware component to control the flow of data. The device that performs this function is network interface card. The network interface card, also known as network adapter card or network card. Once again I repeat, the device that performs this function is network interface card or also as a network adapter card or network card. This printed circuit board fits into one of the computer's expansion slots and provides a part where the network cable is attached. In this case, wireless network interface cards, there will not be a port. An antenna will be showing or light will indicate an internal antenna is activated. Network software works with the operating system and tells the computer how to use network interface cards. Both the network software and the network interface cards must adhere to same network protocols. Which are same network protocols. Next, network linking devices. To create a network, some type of linking mechanism is needed to interconnect at least two computers. Sometimes this device can be as simple as special cable called a cross cable that is attached to computers, NIC to NIC. NIC means network interface card to network interface card. Although now you have a network, it is barely a network. If you want to add more devices, then something more than a crossover cable is required. Most servers, nodes and printers are attached by linking device or series of linking devices. These linking devices are connected together using cables such as category 5 cable, which is discussed in more detail below. Linking devices have ports where cables connect them to the nodes, printers, or other devices that have ports or NICs installed. The various linking devices that are available include hubs. A hub is a sorry. A hub is an affordable connection point for different types of devices on a network. This is not a particularly fast connection because it broadcasts the packets it receives to all nodes attached to its ports. Due to the substantial reduction in the cost of switches, this technology is slowly becoming obsolete. Next, switches. A switch is a device that alarms which machine is connected to its port by using the PC, printer, other devices IP address. This is very popular and sought after device used to connect a LAN. A switch substantially reduces the amount of broadcast traffic and is currently the most popular network linking device. Modern switches can even function as routers, allowing multiple LANs to be interconnected by linking each LAN's switches together. This is called an uplink. Once again, a switch is a device that learns which machine is connected to its port by using the PC, printer, other devices IP address is called switches. These are the fast and secure of switches. Next, bridges. A bridge is a device that connects two LANs or two segments of the same LAN. A bridge looks as the information in each packet header and forwards data that is traveling from one LAN to another. That is called bridge. Bridges are becoming a less relied upon technology because they use an older method of determining which nodes are sending and receiving data, and their functions are now integrated into more advanced devices. Next, routers. A router is a complicated device that stores the routing information for networks. A router looks at each packet header to determine where the packet should go and then determines the best route for the packet to take toward its destination. A router will not allow broadcast traffic to cross the device unless modified to do so. A packet must be addressed to a specifically identified destination to pass through the router. A router is connected to at least two networks, commonly two LANs or WANs or LAN and its ISP network. Routers are located at gateways, the place where two or more networks connect. Today, routers can come with a built-in hub or switch, which allows computers on small companies network or intranet to share files without having to buy multiple pieces of equipment. Routers also provide a secure element as well. They can include several forms of firewall security. One form is protection comes from the NAT, network address transmission table, which hides the company's internal node IP addresses from the internet. Usually, an ISP will provide the company or home user with an IP address for the WAN side of the router that will serve as the port connecting to the internet. To create a connection between different types of networks, you need a gateway. A gateway placed at a junction between two or more networks. Gateways have several meanings within the networking environment. In its simple form, a gateway is a node on a network that serves as an entrance to another network. In the small business or home network, the gateway is the device that routes data from local PC to an outside network such as internet. The router interrupts then redirects and filters any data packets passing through. Packets from different types of networks have different kinds of information in their headers, and the information can in various formats. The gateway can take a packet from one type of network, read its header, and then add a second header that is understood by the second network. When configuring your internal network to allow an internet connection, you need to point the PC to the gateway's IP address. This gateway address does not have to be manually added to each computer thanks to advanced with server and router software. Today, users can simply enable Dynamic Host Control Protocol DHCP on the computer and the LAN port of the router, and the device will automatically assign all necessary internet configuration. Dynamic Dynamic Host Control Protocol is also referred to as dynamic addressing. Building a typical network is possible by bringing together many of the components presented in the section. Next, we discuss about cabling equipment. Tying together the linking devices, servers, nodes, printers, and other network equipment into an actual LAN is the cabling equipment. Cabling equipment is designed to network with a certain kind of network topology, and each one has certain standard features. In network communications, the quality of media refers to the distance and speed data can travel down wires or cables or fiber optics or other communication media. For example, consider a category 5 cable, a popular type of twisted pair wiring that contains 4 twisted pairs. A category 5 cable can carry data 100 meters without attenuation. This means that for up 100 meters, the signal will not drop off enough so that data packet cannot be read properly. Sometimes network media are compared by the amount of data that can carry, or a factor commonly referred to as bandwidth. Simply stated, the higher medium's bandwidth, the more data it can transmit at any given time. Bandwidth is expressed in cycles per second or bits per second. With category 5 cable, data can move at speed up 100 megabytes per second. Data can only move as fast as narrowest point will allow. If all nodes using category 500 megabytes per second cable and 100 megabytes per network adapter cards but are attached to a 10 megabytes per second hub, then they will receive data at the rate of 10 megabytes per second. Next, we discuss the most common types of network technologies. First, we discuss Ethernet, fast Ethernet, Giga Ethernet, etc. First, we discuss about Ethernet, the most common network technology in use. The original implementation of Ethernet used coaxial cable and wire called 10 base 5 and 10 base 2. The most popular implementation of Ethernet is called 10 base 2. Uses star topology and twisted pair wires can achieve transmission speeds up to 10 megabytes per second. Most new networks installation use an Ethernet star topology with either twisted pair or fiber optic cables as the medium. With Ethernet, two nodes transmit data at the same instant. The collision is detected and the nodes retransmit one at a time. The Ethernet maximum bandwidth is 10 megabytes per second. Maximum distance is 100 to 500 meters, etc. Next, we discuss fast Ethernet. A fast Ethernet, also called 10 base 2, is available using the same media and topology as Ethernet, but different analyses are used to achieve speed of 10 megabytes per second. This type of network commonly uses the category 5 network cable described previously. A new standard is called category 6. The general difference between category 5 and category 6 is in the transmission performance. This improvement provides a higher signal to noise ratio, allowing higher reliability for current applications and higher data rates for future applications. The fast Ethernet requires a switches, etc. Next, we discuss about gigabit Ethernet. A gigabit Ethernet is a version of Ethernet technology that supports data transfer rates of 1 gigabit per second. It evolved from the same 10 megabytes per second Ethernet technology that was created in 1970s. Although capable of transforming 10 megabytes per second, a standard that became more affordable and popular is 1000 base T or 1 gigabyte per second. Another standard that is popular is 5 gigabytes per second fiber optic cable that is used to connect switches together. The Ethernet protocol can allow a network administrator to back up to terabytes of data in about 27 minutes. Gigabit Ethernet also can carry approximately 900 videos signals at once at about 1.5 megabytes per second of digital video. With advanced audio, video and telephone applications coming into the market every day, it will not be long before the gigabit Ethernet standard will become the norm for high bandwidth tasks and process. Next, we discuss about token ring. The controlling hardware in a token ring network transmits an electronic token, a small set of data, to each node on the network. Many times each second if the token is not already in use by the specific node. A computer can copy data into the token and set the address where the data should be sent. The token then continues around the ring and each computer along the way looks at the address until the token reaches the computer with the address that was recorded in the token. The receiving computer then copies the contents of the token and sends an acknowledgement to the sending computer. When the sending computer receives acknowledgement from the receiving computer, it resets the token status to empty and transmits it to the next computer in the ring. The hardware for a token ring network is expensive. Token ring adapter cards can cost as much as 5 times more than other types of network adapter. Token ring networks once adapted at 4 or 10 megabytes per second, but like Ethernet, a new standard for token ring have increased the transmission rate, which is now up to 10 megabytes per second. This is the token. A language of network. What languages? The rules of communication, error resolutions, defense, collision and collision recovery, size of packet, naming rules for computers. Next, we discuss the protocol. Protocols. Each LAN is governed by a protocol, which is an agreed upon format for transmitting data between two devices. There are many standard protocols. Each has particular advantages and disadvantages. Some protocols are similar than others. Some are the reliable and some are the faster. To effectively communicate, a user must have the same protocol installed on the local PC and the remote PC to make a connection. Protocols take the form of software or hardware that must be installed on every computer on the network. For an Ethernet network, usually the operating system software tells the computer exactly how to break up, format, send, receive and reassemble data using the TCP or IP, NetBIOS or NetBEUI or IPX or SPX protocols. Without such software installed, a computer cannot participate in the network. Protocols using their own methods break data down into small packets in preparation for transformation. Linking devices pass these packets to the various pieces of equipment, including other computers and printers that are attached to the network. As discussed earlier in this chapter, a packet is a data segment that includes a header, payload, and control elements that are transmitted together. The receiving computer reconstructs the data into their original structure. A single LAN may utilize more than one protocol. Some of the most common protocols in use today include: first, TCP or IP. Originally associated with Unix hosts, TCP or IP is the protocol of the Internet and is required on any computer the most communicate across to the Internet. TCP/IP is now the difficult network protocol for Windows 2000 professional and server editions. The TCP/IP protocol is most popular protocol. The machines assigned a name of 4 numbers, that is IP address. For example, 209.8.166.179 is the White House website. Next, IPX or SPX. IPX or SPX, a protocol is protocol of novel. IPX oblique SPX has been used in most versions of NetWare network operating system for networking offices throughout the world. Newer version of NetWare also support TCP/IP protocol. NetBIOS or NetBEUI, a relatively simple protocol that has no real configuration parameters. NetBIOS or NetBEUI sends message to every computer that can receive them. It is an excellent protocol for networking small offices or homes, but it does not expand well into larger environment. Next, we discuss about token ring. Token ring is popular in manufacturing and finance. Nodes communicate when they have token. These are the network protocols. Next, the questions of networks. List 4 benefits that networks provide to their users. And another question is, name 4 types of media used to link networks. Next question is, list 4 types of network topologies used in wire-based network. And another question is, name 3 common LAN protocols. And next question is, what are packets and how do they work? And what are the difference between P2P network? Another question is, companies use their own websites to support operations. What is the distinction between the intranet and extranet? Companies are attempting to save telephone communication costs by implementing this technology. What is the technology called? These are the questions in network basics. This is the network basics. Thank you for watching. Thank you.